Solavei. It blew me away when I saw the simplicity of it, trying to figure out how no one else had thought to do it. It seems so simple. $49, unlimited talk, text, data, and let's let our friends know about it. Since we're the greatest advertising group, our friends trust us more than they trust commercials. But for him to be able to put it together, he needed a phenomenal team. And I'm telling you, we are fortunate to have one of those team members here with us tonight. This young lady is no stranger to greatness. She is Senior Vice President at Assurian. She was the Chief Operating Officer and Chief Care Officer at T-Mobile. I want you to put your hands together for a phenomenal woman and one of the great team members of Solavei. Put your hands together right now for the very fur-rocking, leather-rocking Miss Sue Notes. Come on, y'all, make some noise.
Thank you for the kind welcome. You have to admit someone has to be crazy to come on after CeeLo and between CeeLo and Danny Goku. So until tonight I thought Ryan liked me until he asked me and he told me where I was in the lineup. So I'm sure all you want to do is hear from some old woman from Michigan. But let me tell you, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you 2 stories and I'm going to make a prediction. Okay? So the first story is, I'm going to tell you a little story about me and where I come from, and hopefully that'll qualify me to tell you the second story and why I think this is going to work. So they told you I wound up as the chief of this after I did an assignment in Denmark as the SVP and turned around customer service in Denmark where they didn't even speak our language. So I left the industry, thank you, but I left the industry and I went off and did this thing at Walmart with a guy who's here tonight and who I introduced Ryan to, and his name is John Rittenhouse, and he's now part of Ryan's team. And John Rittenhouse and I had the privilege to work for him, and we formed this we were part of a group that in 2000 took Walmart's business and we launched the .com, because Walmart had failed 4 times to launch this .com. So I spent 2 years there, and then my first love, who was telecom, came calling me back home. So in 2002, I got this call saying, would you come to this company called VoiceStream T-Mobile, and would you turn around our care organization? And we had 30-minute waits, and we had terrible things. In every measure, we were the last kid on the block. And we had about 7 million customers, and we made no money. No money. And we formed a team, and matter of fact, Maria Pincheski, who's on the Solavei team, who I also introduced to Ryan, was part of that team, and we turned that around and went from worst to first in customer service satisfaction in 18 months. And we won, our team won 7 J.D. Power in a row. As a matter of fact, Lance Armstrong gave me my 7th award, or gave our team our 7th award. We lost by a point, and then we kept winning them. In the meantime, they kept giving me more to do. So they gave me the sales organization, and I had 10,000 dealer doors. I had national retail, which was built by a guy who's here tonight, who's still an SVP at T-Mobile and one of the finest leaders you'll ever meet, by the name of Doug Chartier. So give it up for Doug Chartier. Doug Chartier is helping us at Solavei make this happen. So Doug Chartier built the national retail business, and we had B2B, and our B2B won J.D. Power. So then they gave me retail. And I became the chief operating officer and took over supply chain, et cetera, et cetera. And we won J.D. Power, I don't know how many, in retail. So we took this business over 7 years from 7 million customers to 31 million customers, and making no money to 6.3 billion in EBITDA a year. So I tell you that story and to tell you that if you find work you love, and if you love this opportunity at Solavei, work hard at it, and good things can happen to you, because they happened to me. That's number 1. Number 2 is, then it tells you a little bit about, well, I should know about this thing called Solavei, and whether or not this thing will work, because I have kind of been through the wars. And I kind of know a little bit about wireless, and I kind of know a little bit about customers and handsets, and I kind of know a little bit about employees. So I get this call, so this is story number 2. I get this call from a guy who I don't know, who calls and invites me to dinner in Nashville, Tennessee. And he was smart because I love food. So if you invite me to eat, I'm usually there. And then he was even smarter because he let me pick the restaurant. And that gentleman who I had never met, his name was Ryan Wirtz. So we go to dinner, and we go through the form, the chicken dance of all the niceties. And then he shares with me this compelling vision that he has, where he's going to create this company that is going to impact millions of people's lives in the United States and around the world. And he's going to make people's lives better by bringing them a high-quality, affordable product. And I thought, well, that's kind of interesting. And he said, then he shared with me the business model that combined wireless with social media, and I had seen what social media was doing to the industry, and broad marketing advertising, and he talked about how he was going to share the profits with the members, and that everybody was going to win. So I love this. But remember, I came from an industry, and I've been in the industry where I am telling you folks, we were regulated. And we were guaranteed our rate of return. And if we weren't making our money, all we did was go to the Public Service Commission and tell them we weren't making our money, and they raised all your rates. So I'm now listening to this guy who's buying my dinner who says, no, I'm going to share my profits with our customers. And we're going to make everybody's life better. So then he begins to tell me about the team that he's assembled behind him, and the leaders and the investors and the board members and his leadership team. And I'm thinking, my God, he's gotten fabulous talent. And so then he started sharing with me, and we started talking about the key leading companies in the industry that wanted to be a part of this, and the difficult decisions and choices that he had to make in choosing who was going to help him make this a reality. So after much conversation and a lot of food, because I can eat, he invited me to be part of the Solavei family. And I was honored then, and I am honored now to be a team member with all of you. So here is my prediction, and then I'm out of here and you can get to real talent. My prediction is this. It was 50 years ago when big box retailers were created. It was 50 years ago when we first heard the words, "Attention Kmart shoppers, there's a blue light special." And it was 50 years ago when a guy named Sam Walton decided that he was going to make affordable, high-quality products available to all Americans. And then in 1990, the World Wide Web was invented. Not by Al Gore, I might mention. And a couple of years later, so 20 years ago, it's been 20 years since we've had a change in the game. And 20 years ago, we started purchasing online. And so here's my prediction. My prediction is that Solavei and all of us have the opportunity to change the way business has been done. I believe Solavei will be this generation's Walmart. And I further believe that Ryan will be this generation's Sam Walton. Because he is bringing high-quality goods and services to the next level of play. And he is making everybody a part of the win. Everybody, just by simply telling people that you know and like about products and services you know and like, you can have a great life. You can improve your life and the lives of your friends and family and colleagues. So for me, folks, I'm in. I hope you are, and I hope we go revolutionize social commerce. Are you with me? Okay, I wish you much success. God bless you all. Good night.